Hello guys, welcome back to another Android Studio tutorial. In the last episode, we already learned about how to update a contact in SQLite database. In this video here, I am going to demonstrate how to delete a row from SQLite database. So for delete a row from SQLite database, the first step we have to define a user-defined method inside SQLite Open Helper class. So in this project, we have a subclass of that one called contact DB helper. So now here I am going to create a user-defined method for deleting a particular row from SQLite database. Here I name the method as delete contact. For this method, we need two parameters. ID of the contact, second one an object of SQLite database. So first we have to specify the condition. So for specifying condition, here I am going to create a string variable called a selection. Now specify the condition. Here we need to delete a particular contact based on the contact ID. So get the contact ID from the contact class. So we have to remove a contact corresponding to this parameter. So this is our condition. So in this statement, here I put the selection and selection argument in a single statement. So now we can delete the contact. So for delete the contact, you need to call a method called to delete on the SQLite database object. So database, call the method called delete. First parameter is the table name. Second parameter is the condition. So here we specify the condition in a variable called selection, and the last parameter is the condition argument, selection argument. So here we already specify the selection argument within the condition itself, so we can simply pass null for it. So this method remove a particular contact from the SQLite database. So now for performing the delete operation, here I am going to create a new fragment. Here I name it as delete contact fragment. Now for performing the delete operation, we need to add some user interface. So here I add the needed user interface for the fragment. Here is an edit text that accept the user contact ID with ID txt delete ID, and here is the button for performing the delete operation with ID delete contact bn. Okay, so now open the home fragment. So here we have a button called bn delete. We need to initialize that button. So bn delete equal to view.findView by ID bn delete contact. Now register the click listener for the button. So bn delete dot set on click listener into this. Now handle the click events. So specify the case. So if it is bn delete contact, in that case we pass the integer 3 to the main activity. Now open main activity and handle the condition. So now we have the third condition. If it is integer 3, in that case we need to start the new fragment, delete fragment. delete contact fragment. Okay, now open delete contact fragment. So here create some variables. First create an edit text. Now we need some variables for button. Okay, now we can initialize these variables. For that we need the view object. So create the view class object here. So now we can return that view object. So by using that view object we can initialize the edit text and button. So first initialize edit text. ID for the edit text txt delete ID. Now we can initialize the button. So button delete. Delete contact bn, that is the ID of the button. Now we can create the click listeners for the button. So button delete dot set on click listener. So now here I am going to create a separate method for performing the database delete operation. So create a method delete contact. So first we have to create an object of the contact db helper. Pass the context to the constructor of that class. Now create an object of SQLite database. As I told you in the last episode, always perform the database read, write or delete operation on a separate background thread. So here I perform the delete operation on main thread because this video is just only for the training purpose. So now we can get the writable database. So contact db helper dot get writable database. Now we can get the contact ID. So create a variable. Yeah, actually the contact ID is an integer, so we can get it as an integer. So integer dot percent ID dot get the text to string. Okay, so now we can perform the delete operation. So contact db helper dot delete contact. First parameter is ID, second parameter is the SQLite database object. So after performing the database operation, we can close the database connection. Now we can reset the ID field. Now we can display message to the user. Contact removed successfully. And finally we can call that method from the button click listener. Okay, so now we can test our application. So now run the application. Now the application available on this virtual device. So first we can view the contacts. So now the database contains 4 contacts. Now here I am going to delete contact one by one. First here I am going to delete a contact with ID 121. So now try to delete that contact 121 and delete it. Sorry, here I click the button 2 times, that's why. So now we can view the contact. See here you can see that that particular contact is removed from the database. So now try to remove the contact with ID 123. Delete it. Now we can view the contact. It is removed. So this is how we remove a particular row from SQLite database. I hope you understand all the SQLite database concepts. For getting more Android tutorial updates, please subscribe this channel now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.